crimes of prostitution and sex trafficking are an abomination and should not be tolerated, should be punished with great consequences. Just this year, in Section 90, Item 2720-0002-001 of Section 2.0 of the Budget Act of 2025, this body, many of you, we worked and we allocated funds to work against the Internet Crimes Against Children's Task Force. Likewise, I fully support AB379 except for one provision, and that relates to loitering. According to California Penal Code 653.22, to loiter in a public place with the intent to commit prostitution is illegal, and I agree. The question is whether soliciting, whether asking is the same as committing. I think most minds would concur that they're different actions. After all, loitering may or may not include and involve an immediate criminal act. Should someone be charged with a misdemeanor for asking to engage in an illegal conduct? Should a person be charged with a misdemeanor and serve 6 months in jail for asking to engage in illegal conduct? Should someone be charged with a misdemeanor and pay a $1,000 fine for asking to participate in an illegal act? Should someone be arrested, impact their employment, and damage their record for the rest of their life for asking to participate in an illegal act? And should someone have barriers from then on be set against them of housing, public benefits, and other social supports for asking to engage in an illegal act? Should someone be charged with a misdemeanor if they solicit with a minor 3 years younger when a person pulls up to the car and they don't know the person is a minor 3 years younger than them? Should a person be charged with a misdemeanor that demonstrates the purpose of inducing, enticing, or soliciting? Should someone be charged with a misdemeanor for circling an area in a motor vehicle repeatedly? Who defines repeatedly? Is it twice you go around the block? Is it 3 times? Or is it 20? Should someone be charged with a misdemeanor for making unauthorized stops? How many stops? What's unauthorized? When I was on the Long Beach City Council, we used a local law, and it was called the Johns Law, and it was very effective. What it did was it didn't go against prostitutes who were going to be arrested and out 3 hours later. What it did was the person who committed the act, their car was impounded, and they were held in jail for 2 to 3 days. So that person then had to call, in most cases, their partner, whoever, hey, my car is impounded, I can't go to work on Monday. And do you know a street of Pacific Coast Highway in Long Beach, California, went from prostitution from one end to the other to no prostitution at all? Today, we don't have the Jones Act. Today, we are sanctioning a disturbing legislative process. As a member of this body, I was disturbed to learn that members were not allowed to submit and chairs were not allowed to accept amendments, a basic component of how we conduct our legislative business. Here today, we're choosing policy over people. This bill opens the door for subjectivity, racial profiling, and bias discretion, which all is also wrong. A crime of sex trafficking is wrong. Prostitution is wrong. Solicitation is also wrong. The question is whether loitering should be a crime and a misdemeanor. Whether standing around should be a crime and a misdemeanor. Whether driving around should be a crime and a misdemeanor. Whether whistling, waving, should that be a crime and a misdemeanor? And if you don't believe me, I think some of you are learning, I like to refer to history. I will tell you two words: Emmett Till. A young black boy who was accused of whistling to a white woman, whistling, waving, whatever that might be. He was arrested, he was dragged, and he was horribly, horribly killed. Every city in our beautiful state is not the same. I work for a police station about 6 miles in its entirety, and there was a rule that a minority person should not go from one end to the city to the other without being stopped. That's California, people. That's where we still live. So AB379 of itself is spot on, and I commend the authors for their work and for addressing this very serious issue. But loitering is not. And I call on the authors to fix this bill, if it goes forward, and make it right. Because that may be your son, your grandson, your daughter who decides on a Friday night to drive up to Pacific Coast Highway and kind of laughingly seeing people engaging in illegal contact, solicit, say something, and then they're arrested and have a misdemeanor and serve 6 months in jail.